Hi, my name's Ruan and this is my channel, The Yorkshire Sew Girl. I thought I'd pop on and say hello, have a little bit of a catch up. I am flying to Germany this weekend with work. So I've just got half an hour in my lunch hour. Let's see if we can crack this out. Let's do it. I'm working from home today. It's a Tuesday. So I thought I'd quickly try and record just a little catch up, see how everybody's doing, tell you all about my lovely weekend that I've just had. And some other bits and bobs that's going on, because there's a lot going on in April, if I'm honest. It's a little bit crazy. How are we all? Anyway, I'm doing okay. I have been so busy. I feel like I'm flying by the seat of my pants right now. I might need some time off, but I am going on holiday in May for a week with my boys. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I think by the time I get to May, I'm going to need it. So this last weekend I had my gorgeous Northern Soul sisters staying at my house, which was really exciting, and it was genuinely the fastest 24 hours of my entire life. I think it went in an absolute blur. But we had a wonderful time. So Rachel and Tamlin came over for about lunchtime on the Saturday, and then we had some lunch here and we had a natter and we had loads of plans to record vlogs and all sorts, but we basically just got chatting the whole time. Tamlin needed to finish hemming her dress for that night, so she got on with that as well. And then we did try to squeeze a live in before we went out. So we did do a live a bit earlier than we would do normally. So we did our YouTube live at 4:30. So we had to get ready before then as well into our dresses so that we could talk about them on the live. So it was a bit crazy, but thank you to anybody who did watch the live. And if you didn't, I will pop the link down below. You can always go and have a look at it afterwards. But yeah, and then we headed off. We went actually a bit early. We went to meet the gorgeous Agnes, who's Sew Agnes, and Lucy, who's Geek Petite, for a little cheeky drink in the pub before we went then on to the gathering, which was organised by Ali, Sam and Donna. And we had a wonderful night. It was a really surreal night, actually. It was very well organised. They'd done a great job. The food was amazing. We basically had pie, peas, chips and mint sauce. And Tamlin's not used to that because she's not Yorkshire. So she was like, what is this magical dish in front of me? It was absolutely gorgeous. So we had some scran and there was a DJ. We had a little cheeky cocktail when we first got there that was put on by the girls. And it was just really surreal seeing loads of people that you see on Instagram and feeling like you know them. So you're chatting away to someone and you have to kind of check in your mind, actually, I don't even know who these people are. Really weird. But we had a great time. There was a DJ. We had a really good boogie. It was just lovely. It was lovely to chat to loads of people that I've never actually physically met before. It was just amazing seeing all of the outfits. Oh, gosh, everybody looked incredible. And then they gave out some prizes for different categories and things like that because you got a raffle ticket. It was just really good. So me and the girls, we came home about, I think it was about 11:30, quarter to midnight, and had a cup of tea and some toast before we went to bed, like three little grannies. Then we got up in the morning. We rushed about a bit. I did go and pick Lucy up from Brick House because she was staying in the hotel there and getting a lift back with Tamlin. So I popped off to get her. We came back. We filmed our vlog all about blouses. So that'll be hopefully coming up on our channel soon. And then we had to say goodbye. And that was it. Bish, bash, bosh. So it was just a little bit crazy. But the good thing is I am going to be seeing the girls in May because I'm going to Sew Tune. And we're hoping to do a live as well then, so that should be really good. So we'll give you details on that nearer the time. But yes, a wonderful time was had by all, and if I can pop any pictures in, I will. I'll pop some pictures in as I'm talking. But I took not one photograph or bit of footage all night because I'm rubbish. I was just enjoying myself. I was having too much of a good time basically to actually take any footage. I didn't even take one photo, honestly. Anyway, the girls did, thankfully. So yeah, we've shared a few photos on WhatsApp, so I'll try and pop some bits in if I can remember. But yes, well done to Sam, Ali and Donna. They did a smashing job. I know it takes quite a lot to organise something like that, so let's hope they do it again next year. Right, what else have I got to talk to you about? So SewAprilBlouse23 that I'm co-hosting with Gabrielle from Cloth Edit is still running. It is going strong. There is a lot of people entering this. My Instagram feed has gone crazy. So obviously I had the whole of So Frugal and now it's So April Blouse, but people can post every day because there's no reveal day. So as long as it's in the month of April and you make a blouse, you can tag yourself, tag me and Gabrielle, put the hashtag SewAprilBlouse23 in, and you are in with a chance of winning loads of prizes. So there's loads of entrants coming in now. I think probably because we're coming into the second half of April. So yeah, loads of people are entering, and I've seen just the most amazing makes. It's been fantastic. People that have only just gone onto Instagram to actually enter into the challenge, people that made their first blouse ever, people that have been doing it for years and have done really intricate embroidery and all sorts of different things. It's been amazing, a real eye-opener actually, and so inspirational. I've saved quite a lot of them, thinking I'm going to get them made up this year. What do we think the chances are? Anyway, but yes, if you want to join in that, I'll pop the YouTube link down below so you can go and have a look at that, which gives you all the information about it rather than me blathering on a bit more. The other thing that I've been up to is my Selfless So April projects. Oh God, I need to put my teeth in this morning. Which is the challenge that's run by Adele from Sofa Serenity, Crystal from My Social Thread, and Claire from Stitch Hem Sew. And I've got 3 things made up, which I'm really happy about, because I've also managed to do my dress for the gathering and do my blouse for the blouse challenge. So I'm not going to show you them though, obviously, but just so you know, I've done 3. I'm not going to get any more done. Like I say, I'm away all weekend this weekend, and then I've got some more plans as well the following weekend. So I don't think I'll get any more than that done. So I need to make sure I get some photographs taken so that I can put them up on the reveal day. So yeah, but I'm really pleased that I've at least managed to get that done, because I was at one point I was thinking I'm not even going to get one done, but I'm really glad to support that challenge. So yeah, that's where I'm up to with that. I've got a little list down here. I'm getting good at preparing that for my videos. I also wanted to talk to you about some fabrics that I have received that have been gifted to me, which is so thoughtful. So I was contacted by Ecobee Fabrics in Ireland and asked if I would like to choose some fabrics from the website. And Elwie gave me a really generous voucher to spend and said she'd really like me to try some of the fabrics and let her know what I thought about them. There was absolutely no obligation to share these whatsoever, but I wanted to talk you through them so that you could at least see them. Now, I've mentioned a couple of them already before because they are what I made with my Selfless Sew makes. So I've got the scraps here just to show you, but the first one was this one, which is a beautiful cotton jersey, and it says the future is ours in like rainbow colours on it. I'm literally in love with this fabric. And the other one that I got was this one, which is like a galaxy print, which is just stunning. Now, obviously these have been gifted to me, but I can absolutely guarantee you that the quality of these is stunning. And I do know that she's just put some new fabrics up on her website as well. So again, I'll pop the details down below and you can go and take a look. But there is some beautiful fabrics there. The other thing that I got, which was to kind of go with those 2 fabrics, was some navy ribbing. This is such good quality. It's really nice and thick, but with loads of stretch. I've had some ribbing that's, you know, been quite thin and not that good quality. This isn't one of those. It's a tubular one, but look at that. I did try to make the neckband for the t-shirts for the boys out of the fabric, but soon realised that there just wasn't enough stretch in it, so I dug this out from the pile from Ecobee, and yeah, I used this for the neckband, and it worked a treat. Right, then on to fabrics for me. So the main fabric that I got for myself is this one, and I love it so much. Look at that. I know it's a surprise to you that this is animal print. I think this is quite a neutral animal print for me, don't you think? It's this gorgeous grey and dark grey. It's got like 3 different colour greys in it. Cotton jersey. And I think I've got 1.5 meters of this, if I remember rightly. But I was thinking just a really nice boxy tee in this. Maybe the Florence boxy tee, because I wear mine all the time. I've got 2 of those. That's by Size Me Sewing. I'm thinking about potentially making one of those because I think it would go with anything then, because it's quite dark and not as in your face as my other ones. I thought that would kind of go with anything, but again, this is just the most gorgeous, softest cotton jersey. So I haven't put that in the wash yet, so I need to go do that. In fact, I'll just chuck this on the floor down here and then I'll know, won't I? And then last but not least, she had some gorgeous like swimwear fabrics. Now, as part of my Make 9, I do want to have a go at swimwear. I've never wanted to before because I've got quite, I think, a funny shaped body, but it isn't, is it? It's just a body at the end of the day. I've got quite a wide tummy and quite long in the body, and I always struggle getting swimming costumes, other than from Next. I always tend to be able to get them. But then I saw a pattern that looked very similar to the ones I normally buy, so I'm going to give it a go this year. Let's get those legs out. Who cares? So I chose a couple of swimwear fabrics. Or you can use them obviously for getting fit and stuff like that. Not for me. So this is number 1. How beautiful is this? I've got a thing about, you know, like a turquoisey blue and pink together. I just think that colour combination, but look at the stretch in that. But it's actually, you know, it's not really thin. You're not going to be able to see through it at all, look. It's brilliant. So I think that's going to make a beautiful swimming costume. So that's going to be one that I'm going to try. And then last but not least, in the swimwear department, I got this one. Look, I chose one that wasn't animal print. What more do you want from me? How lovely is that? So it's like a grey silver background, and it's got like cobalt blue animal print in it. I thought that was absolutely gorgeous. And again, the quality is incredible. Look at that. So I've got 2 to have a go. I don't know whether I'm going to buy some cheap fabric though to toile it first. I never toile, I know, but obviously with swimwear, I'm probably going to need to. And the other thing that I got to go with it was some mesh, because I do know in swimwear you tend to need mesh. I don't know what for, but I read it up somewhere. There's mesh somewhere in it, isn't there? You're all going to tell me in the comment section down below now. I know you are. But yeah, so I've got some of this really beautifully soft navy net, because I thought that would probably go with both of those fabrics. It's only going to be on the inside anyway, isn't it? What do we think? What do we think to my choices? So thank you so much to the gorgeous, gorgeous Elwie over at Ecobee Fabrics. It was really, really kind of you, and I have to say that I would highly recommend shopping there. Anyway, right, so there's that. Then I thought, seeing as though I'm wearing this today, I'd talk you through my So Frugal makes. What do we think? I made the Tulia tee, ta-da, which was a free pattern. And I very rarely buy the sewing mags now because I was ending up with loads and loads of patterns that I didn't ever use. But when I saw this one come out, I went, yeah, I'm having that. So I think there was this one, and there was also, is it the penny dress as well, was in the same edition, I think. So I got 2 patterns I really wanted, because wow, are sewing mags expensive now. Ooh, they're like £12 or something. But when you're getting 2 really good patterns that you want to make, it's a bargain. So yeah, I decided I was going to make this up for So Frugal because I thought it would be quite an easy make. In fact, I didn't make this up for So Frugal, did I? I made it for So Yellow for Endo. That's it. I didn't make it for So Frugal at all. I made it for So Yellow for Endo. But yeah, it's this really nice, easy, quick, simple make. Because I was doing So Frugal that month, I still wanted to support Jess in her challenge, so I tried to pick a really easy pattern. Oh, hang a banger, there's somebody at my door. I'll be back in a sec. Sorry, I'm back now. It's the postman. Where did I get to? Anyway, yes, I wanted a really quick and simple make, so I decided to go for this one, which I think looked really simple, and it really was simple. So it's just split down the back, and then you've got an option here as well to colour block. So the world's your oyster with colour blocking with this, and I wanted to use a viscose jersey, so I delved into my stash because I am trying not to buy too many new fabrics at the moment while I go through my stash, while I'm bringing it through from my old sewing room into here. And I thought, do you know what, it'd be just a really nice casual one. So I dug this out. This is when I didn't think I had any yellow fabrics, but I had loads. And I've made it in this gorgeous viscose jersey. Now, this pattern was super easy. let me go through sizes. So it goes from an extra small to an XXL. So it's a bust of 33 to 45 inches, a waist of 25 to 38 and hips of 35 to 49 inches. And you can make it for men as well. But the finished garment measurements are a lot bigger. So the finished garment measurement on the biggest size is actually 69 inches. So if you can see here, there is loads of room. So I wouldn't be put off necessarily by the garment measurements, the body measurements on it, because the finished garment measurements are a lot bigger. So yeah, really, really good for colour blocking. If you watch Sew Sarah Style, she's just been batch making loads of these for Selfless Sew April. So if you pop to her channel, I'll pop her in the box down below as well. She's been choosing loads of different scraps of her fabrics to make up this top, which I thought was a genius idea. So now I'm thinking anytime I get a piece of fabric that I think will be big enough to fit one of these pieces, I know what I'm going to be doing with it for now. Now, because I've used the same fabric from it all, you can't actually see it that easily, but it does have a line that runs all the way down here and a neckband. But it's so easy. You basically fold over your cuffs, sleeves, and then I didn't even hem the bottom. How naughty am I? But yeah, it was a really, really easy sew. I've just got my book here, look at my gorgeous drawing. Honestly. What have I put here? Casual, dependent on fabric choice. Yes, it does. I took 3 inches off the length and I'm tall. Let me show you where it comes to, if you can see. So I've actually lobbed a load off. Can you see? It comes to about here because I'm going to be tucking mine in. So I didn't need lots of length. I didn't want to have loads of length kind of stuck in my trousers, you know what I mean, bulking it out. And I'm 5'8", so, and I lobbed 3 inches off it, which is a lot, isn't it? I sewed it up with Mariflex and then I overlocked it with my rainbow overlock thread, which looked really super cute. Now, when I went to cut the pattern pieces out, I laid everything out nice and neatly. And then I cut the wrong one out when I came to do it. So when I came to cut the last piece out, which was this piece here, these 2 pieces on the side, I didn't have enough fabric left. And I was like, what have I done? How have I done that? I've just laid them all out. And then as soon as I went to go cut it, cut the wrong piece out. But I just turned it and cut it on the cross grain instead, because viscose jersey, because it's 4-way stretch, I was like, do you know what? It's not really going to make much difference. And I don't think you can tell with this pattern that that's actually running a different direction. I think it looks absolutely fine. So I bet you wouldn't have even known, would you, if I hadn't have told you? But yeah, great pattern. Only thing that I did wrong was when I did the neckline, it's quite a tight neckline. It says to just top stitch. I can't remember if it says along the back. Yeah, just top stitch at the back, but I didn't read that properly. I just saw top stitch. I top stitched all the way around and now it's quite hard to get my noggin through. I can do it, but it would definitely be better if you only top stitch the back to keep the seam allowance down. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. I'll definitely make some more of these because they're such a good casual top. So yeah, so that was my Sew Yellow for Endo make. And then I made, which I'm super proud of, trousers for Sew Frugal. Now, you guys know, if you've watched me for any time, that I'm just petrified of trousers, zips, anything like that. But I made my first pair of trousers. I had loads of options to make for Sew Frugal. I looked at trousers and jumpsuits, and I did want to make quite a lot, but I knew I would be restricted in my time with organising the challenge. So I decided to just concentrate on one main garment, and I really wanted to push myself out of my comfort zone. So I made my trousers. Now I've got them on today, but I will put some pictures in. But here they are in all their glory, and they are so comfortable. Got a little button out of my stash. I had the zip already. Literally not one thing. Didn't even have to buy any of the bits to go with it. So everything was out of my stash, which was really good. And I decided to make it with the fabric that I'd got in my Fabric Godmother subscription box quite some time ago that had just been literally sat in my stash because I didn't know what to do with it. And they are so comfortable. Now, I'm not used to wide-legged trousers, and I didn't know if I was going to like them, but I'm embracing them. Oh, I think because the fit is so good around my backside, and my hips and my waist, I've no muffin tops, I've no saggy bum in them, no nothing. So it's been a really, really good first experience for me, and I'm chuffed to bits. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, I'll pop some pictures in anyway of the photos that I took. But let me talk you through this pattern then. So this is the Peppermint wide leg pants, which is a free pattern from Peppermint magazine. I have noticed recently that Peppermint magazine are charging for their patterns from now on. I think you can still get their old ones for free, but you can also donate, which I've done, because their patterns are really good quality. And this was drafted and done by In the Folds. I went on to Instagram and had a really good look at it, and I was like, do you know what, I'm just going to give it a go. Everybody said it's really good as a first trouser pattern, so that's what I went with. So it goes from sizes A to J, which is a waist of 24 inches to 45.5, hips of 33 to 54.5. So not the most size inclusive, but not the worst I've ever seen. I always do find sometimes with free patterns it can be quite difficult to get them on the larger scales, and the smaller scales they kind of tend to go safe in the middle, but that's not too bad. Now, according to my measurements, my hips were bang on a size G, and my waist was a G/H, so I was in the middle of the two of them. And with me never making trousers before, I didn't dare go down or up, so I did draft in between the lines of the G and H going up to my waist, and also for the waistband. Now, it's a curved waistband, so it sits really nicely on your waist. It was just a pleasure to sew. Everything about it was a pleasure. I took my time because I didn't have the pressure of making loads of other garments other than this one for the Sew Yellow for Endo, and I just enjoyed every step. I made sure I read every single sentence and understood every single sentence, but the instructions were fantastic, I have to say. I didn't get stuck once, which was amazing, really. And when I did my zip fly, I swear to God, I squealed at the end because I was so happy that I'd done it. I sound really sad now, but I couldn't believe that I'd done it. I see other people doing it all the time and I admire it, and then I'm like, I can't do that, I can't do that. And then I did it and I was like, I'm officially a sewist. I don't know what it was. It was like I needed that to validate myself or something, but anyway. Apparently for the fly, it's quite a different construction method to the normal fly method, but because I've never done that before, it didn't make any difference to me, and I found it really easy actually. Again, taking it step by step, line by line, and just doing as I was told, basically. But yeah, everything worked out perfectly. The fabric is gorgeous, it's really, really comfy. I struggle so much with trousers because I have quite wide hips, but I also have quite a thick set waist area. Now, when I'm trying to buy trousers, they tend to think that you've got a really narrow waist because you're very hourglass shaped. Well, I'm not. I'm quite straight down. So then if I get something to fit my hips, it's really big around my waist, really tight around my waist, sorry. If I get something to fit my waist, it's really big around my hips, so I really struggle. So this has definitely built up my confidence to be able to have a go at trousers, basically, and just spend some time. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does, it does, then even better. But I would like potentially to try and make these into a pair of shorts, because I struggle with shorts as well really badly. And I'm thinking maybe I could make these up in like a really lightweight denim, maybe. That's kind of what I've got in my head at the moment. So I would absolutely recommend it. Now, it tells you that you need 2.2 meters of fabric if you've got the wider width of fabric. I did have 3 meters of this, and I did extend the legs by 4 inches because I know it's a cropped trouser and I didn't know if I was going to like that or not. So I went for the full length, and I'm really pleased with the length actually. With some kind of platform white pumps, it looks really nice. So, and I still had 3/4 of a 3/4 of a metre left of fabric. So it told me that I needed 2.2 metres. I needed just over that 2.25, I think I worked it out at, because I had increased it by 4 inches as well. So I'm kind of thinking in future, that's great. I only need to get 2.25 metres and I know I can make this easily. So yeah, I'm just super proud of myself. You know what I'm saying? Right, the next thing I want to talk to you about, which is I'm on the homeward straight now. I'm nearly done. I wanted to talk to you about my Serious Light. Now, I know I've talked about these before and I haven't spoken about them for quite some time, and I've had a few people contact me saying, is there any offers on the lights now that Christmas has gone and people might be able to maybe afford a bit more. My lights are already here. I haven't pushed them back from using them last night actually, so you can see them here. Hello. But I wanted to talk to you about it because yes, there is another offer on them. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, this is my light here. Hello. I have got the Gemini option on mine, which has got 2 different heads to it. And basically, this is a high definition light and it uses daylight wavelength technology, that's it. So basically it replicates the sun's beam. So everything is really crystal clear. I've worked with a lot of lights before that are quite like a yellowy light. Now I'm in my new sewing room and my window is actually quite small. So I have to kind of sit here to record with you guys because I've got the light coming in here. But obviously on a night time, it doesn't. And my light doesn't really fetch over here very often. So I do think I'm going to have to invest in maybe one of their tall lights. So they have floor lights as well as desk lights. Because my cutting table, which you can just see poking out here, the light is behind it. So my light up there is behind it. So I've been really struggling at the moment to cut out over there. So I've been kind of taking this over and balancing it because this is so good. But I'm thinking I might need to invest in one of the floor lights maybe, because I think that will really, really help me. Because on a night when I'm sewing, I tend to have one of these pointed on my sewing machine and one pointed on my overlocker. Or if I'm doing, for example, some unpicking or anything like that, I can move this other head over to me and I can see what I'm doing perfectly. So I know I've banged on about this before, but the reason I've banged on about it before is because they are so good. But I am very aware that they're very expensive as well, but they're worth every penny. And that's why I'm considering investing in getting one for my cutting table. So there is an offer on at the moment if you want to take advantage of it. Totally understand if you don't want to, but if you do, you need to use the offer code SR309. So you have to put that into the description. I'll put it in the description box below and I'll pop it along here on the screen. And I'll also pop a link into my description box. If you do decide to take advantage of it, you pop that code in at checkout and it will give you £100 off any of the high definition lights. So that's quite a good offer, isn't it? I think £100 off. And the code also gives you free international shipping as well, which is amazing. You have 5-year warranty on it. It's all manufactured. Sorry, it's all built in the UK as well, in Aylesbury. So that's amazing that it's kind of all done here as well. But yeah, free international shipping and £100 off any of the high definition lights. I mean, I think that's a really good offer. So I thought I would just pop in and at least tell you about that, because I do know that some people have private messaged me and asked me if there's anything going on at the moment. So there you go. And then last but not least, I kind of feel a little bit free now, which is weird, isn't it? Because I think because I've been involved in quite a lot of challenges recently, and then I had my dress that I wanted to make for the gathering, etc. I feel a little bit free now because I don't have any commitments. What's that all about? I just don't have any right now, which is good because, like I say, I'm away this weekend and then I'm on holiday for a week in May. So I'm really looking forward to starting to plan some spring and summer makes. So the world's my oyster right now. I'm still working through my stash, as you can see here. So I'm starting to pile some products up that might be good for my D-stash. And I've only got maybe 1 bag of fabrics to go through now. So I'm entering all of my fabrics onto Stash Hub, which is an app that you can get, which is done by the lovely Yvette from Blossom Sandwich and her husband. Again, I'll pop the details down below in the description box. But I didn't know if an app was going to work for me, but it really is working for me. It's brilliant. So I've been getting my fabric out, laying it out, measuring it, taking a photo of it, putting the details in, bish bash bosh. It's literally done in 30 seconds. And then I've been rolling them up, popping them in here in kind of categories of fabric type. So yeah, I've only got one more bag left to go. And then I will be ready to do my destash, which I think I might do when I get back from my holidays. Give myself a bit of time. Or do I do it before I go on holiday? I'm not sure. But the aim with my destash is to make enough money, hopefully, to pay for a bespoke cutting mat on my cutting table. Now, a few people mentioned and recommended Rhino, the company Rhino, for that, because they do bespoke cutting mats. So I had a sample book sent to me. I've had a look through it. I've got my quote for it now. So I'd really like to try and raise enough money from my destash to be able to pay for that, because then I'm pretty much done once all of my stash is in here. That last box, the only thing I've got to do now is put all of my patterns into Stash Hub. I have put a couple of them in there because I've already started doing a little bit of planning on the app as well for my spring and summer makes. So what's good about the app is you can actually go in, choose your fabric, choose your pattern and who it's for, because you can put in there your kids, your husband, your mum. You can put all of them into this app as well, and then you can choose what you want to make, and then you've got like a planning section which shows you visually what you're planning to make, which I think is amazing. And then you can tick what you've done. So there's little boxes on there as well that will show you, have I washed my fabric, have I cut my pattern, paper pattern out, have I cut my fabric out, where you are with construction, etc. It's really good. So you've got like a little to-do list as well on there. And yeah, I think it's something I'm going to actually use a lot more than I thought I was going to use. There's so many functions on there as well. You can use, there's a function on there for all challenges as well, where you can enter all of the details of the challenges and what you're going to do for them, etc. So this isn't me plugging it as in I'm getting paid to do this, because I'm not. I just love it. It's brilliant. And I definitely will continue to use it. It's really nice to just scroll through and see what fabrics you've got as well visually. And then because at the front page of every single one, it shows you how much you've got of it. So like 2 meters, 2.5 meters, 3 meters, you can see straight away whether you've got enough for the pattern that you're planning on making. How amazing is that? So yeah, so I'm really, really, really pleased with that. And I'm going to be cracking on with that. So I'm hoping by the end of May, I will have all my stash done. I'll have done my de-stash, and then I've just got a few other things to organise in my sewing room. What I wanted to do before I kind of did a proper reveal to you guys, is I wanted to use the space for a while, because I wanted to know whether I'd got things in the right order and exactly how I wanted them. So that's why it's taken me a bit longer to come back to you with part 3, because I actually want to make sure that it's right for me first. So again, that will be coming at some point, but maybe not that soon, because I do want to make sure that it's right first. So anyway, I've talked myself out. I need a cup of tea now. I need to go back to work. So I hope everybody's well. I will be speaking to you all soon, hopefully, because I will be doing a vlog on what my plans are for the spring and summer. I hope you're all really good. I hope you've had some time for sewing, and I will see you again soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.